Hi, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, this channel is all about creating positive changes. Today, I have 3 self-help, self-development books that I highly recommend. I think they are truly life-changing and really change my perspective on life and the way I think or act on a daily basis. They contain valuable life lessons that I truly believe can have positive impacts on your life. So if you are interested in learning more about these books, just keep watching. So the first book that's on my list is You're a Badass by SINCERO. Now, I believe this book has been talked and recommended by many people already, but this has truly changed the way that I look at things. And one of the things that she talked about is the limiting beliefs that are so deeply rooted in our subconscious mind that we're actually not aware how it controls our mind and really affect the way that we live our life. So what are the limiting beliefs? The limiting beliefs could be as simple as you think that you can never be successful because you don't have enough money, you don't have the education, you don't have the connection. You just simply feel like you will never be able to get something because of something. A lot of times it comes from the environment that you grew up in and the people that you are surrounded with. So what she suggests is to reprogram our mind, which start with acknowledging those limiting beliefs, identify them, and rewrite them, meaning rewrite a new storyline, turn them into your new beliefs. It, in a sense, really means to take back the control in order to live the life that you desire. But this all starts with acknowledging those limiting beliefs and becoming self-aware, and what's important of all is you also need to learn to love yourself. This is another thing that she constantly emphasizes throughout the book, and actually she puts love yourself at the end of each chapter to really act as a reminder, because in order to create the life that you desire, you really need to embrace who you are as a person to move into that direction. I really like how in this book there are a lot of tips and tricks that you can actually apply. So it's really practical and it's really relatable to many of us out there. And one of the practices that she mentioned in this book is to write down your old stories and identify those false rewards or beliefs and rewrite them with a new story. So one of the examples is, if it comes to a relationship, some people would say, I get to feel victimized and right for staying single. Instead, rewrite it into, I am powerful and in control of my life and I choose whoever I want to love. Professionally, a lot of people would say, I am not good enough to get that dream job. I am not capable. I don't have the skills. Instead, rewrite the story and say, I am fully capable of getting that dream job. I believe I can excel at it. I have all the skills that it requires, and make it into a new belief, the new truth, and really, really believe in that. I think just by doing that, it's kind of like fake it till you make it. It in a way will impact on the way you act, the way you talk, and it can really transform your life. I think this book title really captured the essence of really basically teaching you how to become a badass. And once you follow all the things that she said in this book, I believe you will become your own version of a badass and also live an awesome life. Moving on to book number 2, and that is Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. A lot of you may already know her as the author of Eat, Pray, Love, and that is a really good book. This book talks all about how to live a creative life, and it really changes my perspective on creativity. A couple lessons that I learned from this book, and one is done is better than good. Don't dwell on being perfect. A lot of times we start something and we're so excited in the beginning, but we kind of fell off track in between and we just ended up never finishing it because we're probably so focused on wanting it to be perfect, we kind of lose that passion in the middle because we feel like we're not able to create something that we feel like is perfect enough to present. But The truth is, it's more important that you complete something, because if you are able to complete something, you are already ahead a bunch of people, because think about so many people that just slack off. If you continuously to put something out there and be consistent, you're already ahead of the game, and you will make it to somewhere by being consistent. So she actually said if you can just complete something, you're ahead of a bunch of people already. Another thing is focus on authenticity rather than being original. A lot of times we get into our heads about trying to be unique and trying to be innovative. We want to come up with something that no one has ever thought about it before. The reality is, there are very few things out there that are truly original. If you feel like you are driven to share something and it's truly coming from your heart and it's from your own point of view, it will be original in your own way. So don't focus on being original, focus on being authentic, and focus on being you. Third is the permission slip. A lot of times we feel like we need other people's approval in order to have a green light to start something new. But the truth is, you don't need anybody's permission to start something, because everybody has the freedom to live a creative life. We make things because we enjoy making things. Everyone is a creative person, and we should really all just enjoy the creative process. And the fourth one is passion versus curiosity. Now this really speaks to me, because in the book she talks about how a lot of people, they don't really know what their passion is for life, and it's really not practical when you tell someone just follow your passion, you will be able to live the life you want. But the question that we often have is, I don't know what my passion is, and it kind of stresses you out in a way. So she suggests that if you're not able to find your passion, perhaps look into something that you're curious about. It could be the things in your life that you have a little bit interest in, or you are curious about it, even just a tiny little bit. That could be a hint, and just pick up that hint and try something. It doesn't mean that you have to quit your job and change your life drastically just to pursue that direction. It just really means to give it a try a little bit, and maybe it could eventually lead you to unexpected new territory, and also eventually helping you to find and discover your passion. I think this is super helpful, especially when we're kind of feeling like we're not really sure the direction that we're going, and we're not really sure we're on the right path. But by following that curiosity, no matter what, it will help you to gain more experiences, follow that creativity, and see where it takes you. The third book that I would like to recommend to you is How to Be a Boss by Lilly Singh. I think a lot of you already know her. She's really huge on YouTube, and she has over 14 million of subscribers as today. I actually wasn't subscribed to her, but I knew her from one of the interviews that she did. I watched it on YouTube and I got really inspired. In that interview, she talked about how she was able to overcome depression and how she started her YouTube channel from 0 subscriber all the way to the success that she has right now. And I thought that was really inspiring, and that's where I learned that she has released a book, and that's why I picked this up. What I really like this book, first of all, I love how it's really vibrant, and inside there are a lot of images, pictures in between, and it just really, the vibrant and color just really speaks about her personality. And I love that she talks in a very practical way, which is, if you want something in life, if you want to create the life you want, there is no shortcut, there's no tips and tricks. The only thing that really worked for her is to work hard for it, to put in the effort. And that could mean you could lose sleep, you could not just have to put in 100% but 200% of effort, but in the end you know that it is your goal. So don't ever give yourself an excuse to not work hard for it. Another thing that she said that just really hit me is, don't have a plan B and stick with your plan A. Why? Because it may sound really risky, but think about it. When you have this plan B on your mind, it's almost like you're expecting plan A to fail. So as human, naturally you won't put in that much effort into plan A, because like in the back of your head, you're always kind of like, what if this doesn't work and all this time and effort that I put in will go into waste, and then you may not get the result that you want because you just wasn't fully devoted it in the very beginning. You can always alter your plan A. You can kind of change the strategies, the tactics along the way, have like a plan A 2.0 or a plan A 3.0. But the point is to just stick with the plan and follow through. Be very passionate about it, be super, even like obsessed with it, and then you will see the results from the amount of efforts that you put in. There's this quote in her book that I really like, and I would like to share with you. That is, the universe might respect the law of attraction, but it respects a good hustle even more. Now, personally, I am a believer of law of attraction, but I think a lot of times we kind of mistaken what law of attraction is. We feel like it's about we just ask for something from the universe and that will be given to us for free. But the truth is, if you don't follow up with actions that matches what you're asking for, nothing is going to manifest. I believe that things will be given to you if you ask for it, but if you never put in any action, if you don't work hard for it, if you don't, say if you want a job, you don't change anything, you just do whatever you're doing and then expecting that job to just fall on your lap. But the thing is, it's not going to happen if you're not going to apply for it, if you are not going to try to reach out to people, make connections, acquire more skills, dress differently, talk differently. It's not going to match with your frequency. She actually was really straightforward in the book. This book does not contain any magic formula of how to become successful. Basically, it's simple as just to work hard. The way that she writes this book is really conversational, so in a sense it's really easy to relate. She has 50 chapters in the book, and with each about a certain topic. She incorporates her personal experience in each of the chapters, so the readers can really easily connect to what she's trying to say. It's almost like she's speaking to you personally, like you're her best friend. And these chapters are the 50 life lessons that she has learned along the way, and she is just sharing with you. Another thing that she said I saw was really great is how important it is to surround yourself with a really positive environment and the right people. So regarding the environment, she talks about her creative space, which is her office space. She decorates it with rainbow colors, and she even has like a drawer full of Skittles because she loves Skittles and it's rainbow color and it just makes her really happy. And she also has sticky notes with really good quotes and all over her office space. So whenever she is kind of feeling down or a little bit low, she'll just look at those quotes and it instantly lifts up her mood and make her feel more motivated to continue to push forward. Alright, so this wraps up my book recommendations that I highly recommend you to read, and I think these books are the ones that I will actually constantly go back to reread it again and again, because to me they're like life lessons. It's not just specifically about my career or my personal life, but my life as a whole. So this is something that I really love to read, either wake up in the morning or before bed, anytime when I feel a little bit unsure or lack of direction about my life. I would look at these books as my guidance. Let me know, what are your book recommendations? Do you have any self-help, self-development books that you highly recommend me to read? I would love to add it to my book list, and I also would love to share with you my other favorite books in the near future. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys next time.